Oh, hi everyone. I'm co-host and special guest New Hampshire. How are you doing today? I'm great. Thank you.
You're doing a great job. So excellent. Welcome, Orange Team. Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
So Unteamer, this is the true wild card game. What were your thoughts on this game today?
It was good. It went fairly well. It didn't go as expected, but
No.
but we did well. We did well. I was the one who died the most on the team, so I guess that's a good sign or a bad sign. I'm not sure how you look at it, but I did notice the explosions were a lot smaller than I thought, so that was a happy coincidence.
Yeah, I thought
Like,
the true nature of like the wild card experience, I thought that the explosions being nerfed a little
mm-hmm.
bit was like really interesting. Like shout out TOs, like really cool on that.
Yeah, yeah, and
Um,
I have to admit it did help not to make the center capture point, an explosion free for all. So I think that helped to a degree. I think it was a good idea in the end, but I had no idea that
Absolutely.
it was going to be like that. Yeah. So yeah, we played a good game. We played a good game, and we had fun, and we had good comms, good communication, and yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
New Hampshire, this question is directed towards you. So flashbangs were allowed this game. What'd you think?
I'm not one who's usually fond of flashbang, and I rarely have used it as a superpower, but I did pick it this time, and I got to flashbang I'm Innocent on red team, which was a lot of fun. As kind of building, I'm more used to things like, double shot where the timing, I feel like I'm either always using it or waiting to use it strategically or just waiting for it to recharge. Where with the flashbang, sometimes I'd have it ready and it's like, okay, I can't just, throw this off with no one around and waste it. But
Right.
I didn't feel I used it as efficiently as I should have.
I definitely felt caught in that too myself. I usually use speed boost, and I I found myself flashbanging myself this game. So on Teamer, did Orange Team go for the percent or the Koth or both, and why?
Well, we were actually going originally for the percentage game, and we assumed that there would be a heavy presence at the center,
Mm,
which with the individual teams pressing most likely through the center towards getting to their edge team. So I mean we started building a center because there was nobody there. It was a big surprise.
right.
And I mean, of course, we spent a lot of time there. Well, spent a lot of time. We spent the beginning time, and that's an important moment of the game. So we spent
Mhm.
a little bit extra time there. And I don't know if we all did, but some of us took teleport as the power, which kind of attenuated a little bit, maybe our firepower to a degree. That's what we did. We went and we thought we would quickly go through the center. That would be very hotly contested. Meet up with our team and then go for the hit the percentage. But in the end, no, that's not what happened. That's what happened. We basically made a bridge from from our edge to the center, and that's a lot of border. That's a lot of border.
Yeah, I think you called that out mid-game. There's a lot of surface on our borders with other teams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was too much border for our area, and
Mhm.
as the game progressed and things slowed down in terms of area acquiring, it seemed more and more. I mean, it seemed very unlikely that we were going to have a chance to hit any percentages. So we decided to change the strategy and go for the center, hold the center, and abandon the rest because whether we had 12 or 8 or 9 or
Right.
7%, it made no difference. If we weren't in the running for the total area, it made no difference. So it made no difference. It made no sense really to defend that much if we could get a point in the center. And if I remember correctly, the team that had the highest percentage was around that time was what was it? Was it dark green? I think.
I think it
Or
was.
anyways, yeah. So we weren't too concerned about light green. We assumed that other teams would be pushing them hard for them not to be in first place, and we didn't have a chance to get any points unless we got the center.
Right.
So that's what we did.
And we did.
Mm-hmm.
We did.
And we built pretty hard there. I mean, they had to spend a good amount of time pushing through our territory to grab extra territory. But in the last 10 minutes, we had to be all hands on deck at the center to hold it.
Yeah, and that was a pretty stressful moment. For those who weren't in the Orange voice chat, there was the Orange voice chat is very normally like very quiet, I would say, right? It's like we don't have a lot of background noise, I suppose, but there's a lot of we'll say background noise from me.
Upset and stressed out noises.
Very stressed out noises.
Lots of squeakiness today.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. So for me, that was a memorable moment in the game. Unteamer, what was your most memorable moment in this game?
Well, actually, it's kind of funny. It was when I still had my teleport power through the whole game. I'm like, I'm wondering if I would ever use it, or would likely, kill myself by mistake by using it. And I didn't, but I had an opportunity to use it, and I don't know what happened. I guess I just didn't move back enough, and I died from innocent, awful innocent, and the teleport didn't complete. I guess so. It's, kind of like the Star Trek thing where half your body is here and half your body is there, and captain, the buffers and reset the buffers. It's like, oh no. So I died and I respawned super far from the center. I mean, I spawned like an island life in the middle of nowhere, the bottom of the map.
Yeah,
And
absolutely. Those double spawn points, man.
Yeah. By this time, the bridge was gone.
Yeah.
Like, there was no easy way of moving from that bottom spot to the center, where the action was. And I started shooting a little bit boomer. And I'm like, well, what am I going to accomplish? Nothing. So I just I died and respawned, fortunately, in the center with level 16. So I abandoned ship on the island life. I went back. So that was my most memorable moment.
New Hampshire, do you have any memorable moments in this game today?
Yeah, kind of at the end where we were trying to keep the center, and Dark Blue just came at us with everything super hard. It seemed like all their players had like quadruple shot. And I'm trying to build. I see my frame rate dropping. Trying to reinforce, and then suddenly the messages start popping in. It's like so and so was killed by Palinka. So and so was killed by Palinka, and I just see like explosions left and right, and it was just so good. And I think she said she had 10 kills that game. Yeah. But that moment they were pushing so hard, and I was thinking they're going to take it, and then Red's right behind them and is probably going to smash them in. I don't know if we can kind of stop this momentum.
Mm.
And then Palinka just
boom,
after
boom,
you get that first kill, not everyone can do it, but she's definitely good with the follow through.
Every single time I looked up, like at that little top left-hand corner, like I was just like, so and so has been killed by Palinka. Like Palinka has killed so and so. Yeah, like she just like she killed it this game.
I think Palinka was our MVP.
I think so. That was my next question. Like for sure, I think Palinka definitely was like, and also I'm gonna call out C2 if I may. Quarter Cat, like those layers around the 1 pointer, like the middle, the center. They were amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did a good job.
It was tough. It was a tough moment with a lot of space to move and a lot of intense shooting. So it was a stressful moment, as you remember.
Yes. Some of us got a little stressed out.
Yeah. Well, builder's life.
Yeah, build life. Hashtag. So, New Hampshire, do you have any extra thoughts about the game? Any other comments or?
One thing I was thinking about now that we've kind of interviewed a lot of people and just how the game progressed is the hectic stuff does seem a little bit more fun because like we've all been through those slogs where you just have like the 40 layer deep perfectly reinforced walls and then teams on both sides just shooting at each other, and it's kind of like a stalemate or a grind. Whereas this, I think the mixed up spawn points made it really fun.
Absolutely. Unteamer, do you have any closing thoughts? Any?
No, I think I'll just agree with New Hampshire that it is fun to have lots of very elements, random elements that allow and that force the team to adapt to the moment to moment situation and make decisions on the fly without necessarily knowing what's the best choice and what's the best move and what's the best strategy. I mean, we came in with a certain strategy, but we had to completely change our approach. So I find that fun. I enjoy that.
Absolutely, me too.
Yeah.
Well, Unteamer, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that was a GG.
GG.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's GG.
Was that
Oh,
not
wow.
a GG? New Hampshire. I'd like to thank our very special guest, New Hampshire, for
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
well,
The
I'm
best.
Sheem. Thank you guys so much. I'm proud of the game that we played. I'm proud of our teammates.
So am I.
GGs.
All right. Take care, guys.
Thank you, Unteamer.
Talk to you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.